everything right, it was you and me.
Hello my beautiful friends of the internet, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. And today we have another recommendation video for Recommendation Fridays. If you missed my last few videos, I mentioned that I am bringing back recommendation videos on this channel every single Friday. I mean, I've been doing it, but I want to stick to my schedule that I set for myself in 2023. So on Tuesday it's going to be just a random bookish video, and then on Friday it's going to be an all new recommendation video. For today's recommendation video, I am so excited for this trope because it is one of my all-time favorites. If you have been here for a while, bully romances are my freaking thing. I love a bully romance. I have no idea why. Don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you, but there is something about an asshole who is mean to the person. I don't know, I'm sick. I truly am sick, and I'm sorry. I don't know why I love this trope so much, but I do, and I'm very excited to talk bully romances with you guys today. I'm only talking about 5 bully romances, so if you would like a part 2 video, I would be so down to do it. I love everything bully romances. In the comments down below, if you have read any of these books, let me know your thoughts, and also what are your favorite bully romances. Let me know down below. I would love to know and add them to my TBR because it feels like a while since I've read a really good bully romance. And also, I just wanted to bring up, if you didn't watch my last video, I'm currently doing a giveaway on my Instagram right now, giving away Flawless by 𝓿𝓲𝓬𝓪 as well as Heartless. I received double of each of these books during the holidays, and I wanted to give away these 2 copies to somebody who really wants it. So that giveaway ends today, so check out my Instagram, nayemasreads. Without further ado, let's get into bully romances. This is gonna be really good, and before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that these are bully romances. These are toxic. There will definitely be triggers in these books. If I remember them, I will bring them up, but I really want to advise you guys before we get into the video, if you have any triggers at all, please look into the trigger warnings in each of these books. They're a bit darker, so yeah, make sure you do that. And yes, without further ado, let's get into bully romances. So starting off, we're going to talk about a book that came out in 2021. One of the top people that I go to for bully romances. They are great at bully romances. I always enjoy my time thoroughly with them, and I know if you have not read this book, you absolutely need to. It is amazing. It is just beautiful. And that book is Tristix Venom by Penelope Douglas. I love Penelope Douglas. I love everything they come out with. So if you have read Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, it is kind of similar to that. It's a lot darker. This is a bully romance. I was so questioning myself while reading this one. I was like, what the heck? Why am I living my life? Why am I thriving with this right now? Like, it's so good. This one is a sapphic romance. I just love this book with my entire chest, and I need to do a reread of it soon. I've been thinking about it all day today. I'm like, should I just drop everything and reread this? Like, I really want to. So, like I said, it's a sapphic romance. This takes place in high school. Most of these books that I'm going to recommend to you guys do take place in high school. So again, if you don't like that, stay away. But this one follows Clay and Olivia. These two go to high school together. This is a very rich high school in a very rich area. All the girls, they all wear uniforms. It's really, you know, cutesy and whatever. And we have Clay, and she is our head bitch in charge. She is a popular girl. She's blonde, she's pretty, everybody wants her, she's gorgeous, everybody wants to be her, or everybody wants to be with her. That's just our heroine. Then we have Olivia, who is the exact opposite of Clay. She's from across the track, from the poorer side of the town. She is not a good girl. She is a very bad girl. I think she has multiple brothers and she lives with them. They're kind of involved in crime. It's not a huge part of the book, but she is a very bad girl. These two play lacrosse together. They're on the same lacrosse team, and Clay is the bully in this situation. She bullies the living crap out of Olivia 24/7. She does not like the girl, or does she? Whenever Clay, you know, initiates something with Olivia, whenever she is like dogging on her, embarrassing her, bullying her, there is attraction there. There is so much chemistry and tension, and everything about it makes me want to jump up and down with giddiness. I love this book so much. These two do not care what they say. When they try to hurt each other, they try to hurt each other. They don't care. They will go for the jugular. Things that they do to each other is like not they do not care. They're mean to each other and they hit where it hurts. Liv is out with her attraction to girls. She makes it's known. Everybody knows that. But Clay is in a bit of denial. She denies her attraction to Olivia a hot time. This smut in here, Penelope Douglas never misses, but like this smut was phenomenal. I just loved everything about it. I thought that the characters were so fleshed out. It's a bit of a sports romance as well because like I said, they're on the lacrosse team together, and so you actually do see them at practice and at games, and also Olivia was in theater, so you see that. These characters were just so well developed. Like, I will never get over the ability to just make characters have good, strong backstories. And also the character development was amazing as well. Clay is not a nice person. She is a very mean, toxic girl. Seeing her develop and like change and admit her feelings for Olivia, it was so good. So toxic, such a good bully romance, and I just love Penelope Douglas and everything they write. Highly recommend this book. Please check it out if you love bully romances. It is so good. The next book that I'm gonna recommend is one that is like, I don't like, this one is very polarizing for good reason. Our hero sexually assaults our heroine a lot. It is very polarizing, but this is a bully romance, and I told you guys that's what I'm recommending. These are not good people, and so just be aware of that. I'm talking about Untouchable by Sam Mariano. This one is very polarizing, as I mentioned before. It was very popular a few years back. The epitome of a bully romance, a very dark bully romance at that. Check the trigger warnings. Please, like I advised you guys in the beginning of the video, this book could really trigger someone. Phenomenal. I loved Untouchable with my whole chest. If you can handle the hero in Untouchable, you can handle anybody. You can handle anyone, like truly. This book is a lot, but it is amazing. We have our heroine. She lives in a very small town in Texas, and as we know, in Texas, you don't mess with football. Football is a big thing there. So when our heroine gets sexually assaulted by a guy on the football team, she is exiled. She is starting to be bullied by everyone. People are hating her. Parents are hating her of students in her high school. She is getting harassed, and people do not like her. They're not too happy that she got a football player kicked off of the team. And because of all of this, she gets the attention of Carter. Carter is the worshipped star quarterback of the school's football team. He has his eyes set on the heroine. He has them set, like zoned in. Carter, our hero, is the bully in this story, and he is not a good guy. He is terrible. He is a monster. He is depraved. He is not okay. But it was so much fun to read about. Like I told you guys, he has his eyes set on our heroine, and he decides that he is gonna make her life a living hell, while also he is very insanely attracted to her. Nobody's allowed to touch her. She's not allowed to give her attention to anyone else, but at the same time, he's bullying the hell out of her, making her life miserable. There is so much angst in this book. This book is so angsty, like all these books I'm gonna recommend, but this angst was like top tier level angst. Our hero is manipulative, condescending, chauvinistic. He is terrible, but he is also very charming, and he convinced me. The smut in here was fantastic. I can't sit here and talk about how cute it was because it wasn't cute. None of these books that I'm gonna recommend are cute. It is really fun, and I would highly recommend. He just bullies her. What can I say? Like, he bullies her, and it's so much fun to read about. And I know I'm weird. I'm sick, but what can I say? It was a phenomenal book, and I would highly recommend it. He definitely pushes Zoe a lot, our heroine. He pushes her so much, and when she finally like has her breaking point and is like, enough, things get interesting, to say the least. I would highly recommend this book to anyone who loves bully romances. If you could, like I said earlier, if you can handle Carter, you can handle anyone, because this guy is sick. Okay, so naturally this would not be a Nayeema video if the camera did not die. So sorry if there were any angle changes, which it feels like they were, and I feel so crooked right now. The next book that I'm going to recommend is one of my favorites, and I feel like I don't talk about it enough. I recommended it in one of my videos, like I feel like 2021. A lot of you guys came back to the video to tell me that you read it and you loved it. It makes my heart so happy. This series does not get talked about enough. It is amazing, and I need this author, Mary Catherine Gebhard, to come out with more books, please. Like, I'm begging you. And that book, of course, is Stolen Soulmate by Mary Catherine Gebhard. I love this series. I love this book. Everything about it is just so good. It honestly has emotional impact, which I was not expecting. This book is beautiful and lyrical. The writing is some of the best writing that I've ever read in my life, while all being a bully romance, which I feel like is very rare. This book follows our heroine's story, and she has had a rough life growing up. She is actually a servant at Crown Hall. She's been a servant there her entire life. Crowns are like kind of like American royalty. They have a big estate, they have many estates, they have many businesses. It is insane. And so she has lived there her entire life. They have like little schools within the estate. Like, it's just, this is her home basically. Then we have our hero, who is Grayson Crown. Grayson Crown is one of the people who live in the estate. He is interesting, to say the least. Grayson, who has been promised to this other girl, I forgot her name, she's irrelevant, don't like her too much, but he has been promised to her. He really likes her. He likes her a lot, actually. These two get into a lot of fights, a lot of disagreements. There's a lot of push and pull between them, and they're promised to one another. Very beginning of the book, our hero Grayson, he asks the girl, I think her name was like, it starts with a C, either it's Camille or Caroline or something. He asked the other girl that he was promised to meet him in a room or like a closet or something like that. He's expecting her. He's expecting to see her. So what happens is, Story is working, she's cleaning, she's doing her job, when she randomly gets pulled into the room of Grayson Crown. The lights are off, but she could recognize him anywhere. She's kind of confused. She's like, what the heck? Why is he pulling me in there? And that is because Grayson thinks that Story is actually the girl that he was supposed to meet. He instantly kisses her. He's instantly like, mwah, kissing her, feeling up on her. And Story's like, I'm confused, but am I gonna stop this? No, I'm enjoying my life. So when the lights turn on and the girl that Grayson was actually supposed to be meeting sees him kissing her, she is pissed. Grayson looks at her, and he's confused. He's like, oh my god, like, no, I thought it was you. I really did. They look a lot alike. The door is closed. They have a similar body type. He thought it was her. Like I told you guys, they already have some like hostility between each other. And so this was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. She's like, I'm done with you. I want nothing to do with you. We're over. Grayson then looks at Story and is like, oh, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for this. Why did you, like, he is pissed off. And so he makes her pay by Story becoming his own personal servant. She has to sleep on the floor in his room next to his bed. She has to do everything that he says because he's a crown, and he is honestly bullying her. He's bullying her, and he wants to make her pay because he just lost the girl that he's supposed to marry, the girl that he actually really genuinely liked. So as she's now his servant, oh my gosh, I need to do a reread of this book. I love it so much. She's his servant. At first is very toxic. Like I said, he's a bully, but they start to fall in love with each other, and it is the most beautiful thing ever. Spend so much time talking deeply and getting to know each other and understanding each other, and just, it is so gut-wrenching and soul-crushing. Grayson is an asshole. Like, he is so mean to Story for ruining his little betrothed moment. It's great, and also it's forbidden because she is the help. She is a servant and he's a crown. They fall in love. It is just, it is magic. I'm telling you guys to pick up this book. If you don't listen to me at all today, listen to me in this moment. Pick up Stolen Soulmate by Mary Catherine Gebhard. It is so phenomenal. Such a good bully romance. I would highly recommend it. The next book that I'm going to recommend is book number 1 in a series, and it is one of my favorite series ever. It's a companion novel series, so each of the book follows a different couple. There's a few bully romances in this one, but I'm really going to focus on the first one. It is one of my favorites by one of my favorite authors ever, and this series is so amazing. You guys need to pick it up, and that is The Pier and the Puppet by BB Reed. So we have our heroine, her name is Four, and she just moves to a small town because her mother is getting remarried, and now she has to live in the house with her mother's new husband, and her new stepdad's son. Four is not too happy about this. She's like, whatever, I have to go along with this. She doesn't want to leave, move, but whatever, it's fine. Instantly, she does not like her new brother, and he's literally in the room across the hall from her. He is a complete asshole, and she's just not interested. She does not care. So something happens in the beginning of the book. The hero is involved. She actually gets sent away. For like a summer, she gets sent away. Her mom was like, I'm done with you, you're going. The hero did it, it's his fault. I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but the heroine is not happy about having to leave, and especially having to leave because he lied about her. So when she comes back with a vengeance. She wants to expose him for who he is. He's a horrible person. Our hero has other plans because now that she's back, he is going to make her life hell. He also does not like her. He is bullying her. He wants her to go away permanently. I love a step-sibling relationship, especially when they hate each other. It's just so good. It's so good, and he is such an asshole. He is so mean to her. He literally bullies her. He's like, oh, you're back. I thought I got rid of you. Looks like I'm gonna have to do it all over again. And he bullies the crap out of her, and he does not make her life easy at all. They fall in love because naturally, if you're putting so much hate into one person, the opposite of hate is love, and they fall in love, and it's so good, and there's so much tension, and these two genuinely hate each other. Like, they are going like to kill each other, I thought at one point. Like, they hate each other so much. He wants to get her out of town, and to do that, he's gonna harass her and bully her. She wants to expose him for who he really is, which is a horrible asshole. You guys need to pick up this book. It is amazing. Honestly, all of the books in this series are so good. I love it all. Like I told you guys earlier, it's all companion novel series, follows different couple within friend groups. The second one is best friends to lovers. Third one is a second chance romance with also kind of a bully situation. And then the fourth one is my favorite. It's a biracial couple, the heroine of the first book's best friend and the hero from the first book's best friend as well. That one's a second chance romance. Love it so much. That last one is definitely my favorite in the series, but the whole entire series is 5 stars for me. And the last book that I would like to recommend to you guys today is another one of my all-time favorites. I love this author with everything in me so much, and I love this series even more. The first 3 books follow the same couple, and that is a bully romance. And then there's the 4th book, which follows another guy in the series and a girl that we've seen throughout the other books. And then the 5th one follows a whole other couple, and that one is definitely my favorite. The last ones just always get me. They're like, ugh, so good. But we're here to talk about the first 3 books, and they are bully romances, and they are great bully romances, and that is Boys of Brayshaw High by Megan Brandy. So we have our heroine Raven, and she just moved to this smallish town. She is entering a group home for girls. She has a mom who isn't the best mom. She doesn't treat Raven well at all, and she just was really focused on men and drugs, and obviously that isn't the best environment to raise someone. So she gets placed into a group home with a bunch of girls in this small town called Brayshaw. Raven is a troublemaker. She has a hard time biting her tongue and looking the other way, and that's just not in her blood. If you do something to piss her off, she will make it known, and she does not care. In this small town, 3 boys run it. We have these 3 boys, and they rule over the high school, and they kind of rule over the town, and they have rules, and you have to abide by them and follow them, and if not, your life will be hell, or you will be run the heck out of town. And so when Raven shows up to town, like I said, she does not follow rules. She's a bad girl, and if you do something to upset her, it will be known. Boys have rules in the high school, and Raven instantly is like, why can't I do this? No, I'm gonna do what I want. These boys are not happy because if she starts breaking rules, who's to say other people will also not break rules? These boys are not happy at all, and they decide they're going to bully the heck out of Raven. It's not a why choose romance. She ends up with one of the guys. They are so mean to her. Everything about the series is just so good. I was literally kicking my feet. The drama and the angst was top tier. If you love drama, pick up this series. It is the epitome of drama. Also, another really fun aspect about this book is she lives in a group home with all these girls. Directly behind that home is where the 3 guys live. They're just always in each other's orbit. I love it. I love it so much. Raven is such a badass. She is one of my favorite heroines to this day. She just takes 0 shit. And the guys, they kill me. Every time they opened their mouth, I was dead. Like, they were so ruthless and so mean while also being so funny. I lived for them. These boys and Raven form a bond and become really good friends, and obviously one of them is romantic. Guys are like ride or die Raven. Like, these boys are so for her, on her side. They stick up for her. They're her protectors. It is just so good. I love this series with my entire chest, and I'm so excited because Megan Brandy announced a new series that she's working on in 2023, and I just cannot wait. Everything that she writes, I love it with my entire chest, and this is such a great bully romance, and I would highly recommend. So good, and her writing just gets better and better and better. I will say Boys of Bracewell High, the first book, does not have the best writing, but it's so good, and the drama keeps you there, and the romance keeps you there, and the smut keeps you there. Like, it is great. So that was the last book that I am recommending for bully romances. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. In the comments below, tell me your favorite bully romance, and also let me know what videos you guys want to see in the up and coming recommendation Fridays. Are there any tropes that you really want recommendations for? Let me know. If you have made it this far in the video, leave a pill emoji. I don't know why. Probably because I need to figure out what's going on up here for me to love these books as much as I do. But yes, leave me a pill emoji. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you very shortly in a new video. Bye!
If I got one thing right, it was you and me.